Hi! In this module, let's talk about reports. We love reports, don't we? So if you go to the reports, then you will see already like certain reports are listed, and there are then certain performance reports, and there are analytics. So we need them all. So in the reports, we have reports like a summary reports, so which will allow you to see all the lead and client summary. I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so in the summary reports, you will get all the open leads, no matter what, whenever they were created, and it gives you a quick summary that you can go through every day and figure out the most problematic lead. Or so in this case, you can see this lead has been here for 809 days, and these are the last two comments put into this, and we can see here who is responsible for it, and we can take a swift action about it. Similarly, you can get also a client summary, similar to a lead summary. Client summary again gives you an aging, gives you what are the last two comments. As you read through them, you can find any discrepancy, whether you need to take any actions, and that will help you stay on top of all the old, aged or problematic leads and problematic clients through these summary reports. Okay, let's look on to the next report. The next report is notes. CRM is all about notes. If you go to the notes, it brings notes from everywhere. And you can filter the notes through an author. You can filter the note through unassigned author, and who is responsible. Sometimes author and responsible could be different people. And you can search a particular lead, or similarly, you can get also the notes about clients. So every notes placed, no matter whichever client case or profile, will all be here. Even the notes which I put in the previous modules, now they are starting to come over here. You can also see here the date and time of when the note was placed and who placed it. And you can go by the responsible as well, in which case, again, you can see when did they start putting the notes and when did they end up putting the notes as well. So this could be used for training, this could be used for performance evaluations, and this could be used for a range of other use cases. So now let's look at the next report. The next report is status. So we have a lead status and we have a client status. Remember the paths that we had done before, and based on the path, now it has pulled all the information and then it has compiled all of them in a report, which you can also export. You can see here the various people and how many leads they are sitting with. So currently we see here Jaira is sitting with 549 leads, and on an average she's spending 123 days. Of course, this is dummy data, so it looks unrealistic, but you can already see what is their leads and what is the average time they have been holding that. It gives you a quick snapshot of what is happening on your lead handling. Similar type of report you can also generate about your clients. And this again helps you take action. Let's look into other reports. Here you can see university application status. When have they been applied, whether they have received an offer letter or not, which university, how many students you send. It's a report about all of them. So when you are managing your relationship with the universities, often there are the KPI contracts relating to the conversion rate, success rate, offer letters, and you can track them all from here. Similarly, you can also get transaction status report from here. So this will give you a bit of information about what is happening on your transactions. So let's let it load. So you can see these are the transaction, which entity, how many colleges we have applied to, and what is happening, did we get a decisions or not. Now looking again at more reports, now let's look into the workflow reports. These are the most interesting one. In transactions, we had attached certain workflows, and we can look into those reports. Like in this case, we can see Australian student visa for Indonesia workflow, and we can see here that, okay, this has progressed up to the stage of college offer letter, but this is somewhere, this is not complete here, and this is completed, and this has not been started. So the idea would be to progress all of them into the next stages. Now, this workflow reports can be done per workflow, and you can look where things are. Similarly, for the applications also, you can run application workflow reports. Now, going to more reports, again, you can also run the transaction workflow by steps, and you can see which steps, how many transactions are there, and you can check and edit those workflows from there as well. Also, you can also do a report for the college issues, and you can see how many issues are outstanding with college. Usually you will get problems with colleges not sending offer letters on time and COEs on time, and yeah, you have to raise a lot of issues, and you need to track them to be on the top of them. If you are sending application through EduXGateway, of course we will look after them, but if you are using it to your own colleges, then you will need to track all the pending issues with the colleges to be on top of them. We are also going to add more reports in the future, and we will love to hear more suggestions from you so that our developers can definitely provide more reports to you. Now, let's look into the performance point. Performance points was established when we had to figure out between our team members who are performing team members who are working hard and who still need to be trained. So you can start with your performance points, and you can definitely then check who is sitting at what performance point. You can give a point for transaction opening, lead node, client node, conversion. These are like various events for which you can give people points, and you can define your own points for your organizations. Going to the point structure, if you go to the point structure, you can define these are various events for which you can give points. If they do not follow the overdue actions, you can also give negative points for them. So you can define this for your organizations in the setting, and based on that, as people are doing those tasks in the CRM is always allocating them the points, and then you can see them all under here in the performance report. Similarly, you can go to the summary, where you will also be able to interrogate it people by people, and these are various events where I have got here -21 because probably I have not followed up my next action item, and hence the system awarded me the negative points. Okay, I can see my entire points profile. So I have some activity here, then I was doing nothing much over here, and some more activity here. So by looking at the graph, you can already see who has been working intensively and who has not been working intensively. And if they have not been working intensively and they were not have a legitimate reason for it, like they were not in a leave or anything, then it's a cause of concerns, and you can definitely check with them what happened. You can also filter these things by events, and you can see how they are going and tracking to make sure that everybody is contributing in your team. So again, performance reports are there to help you with managing performance. You can also generate the task report, which gives you basic details about the task, whether they are resolved, whether they are not resolved, and sales report. Sales report again tracks all of those people who are in your sales department and see how many leads they have received, how many clients they have converted, how many study options they have issued, and how many transactions they have opened up, which is a successful conversion. So this will help you give a snapshot of all the team members. You can do it for 7 days, 30 days, or a custom period, and it will help you stay on top of your sales team. So in terms of analytics, you can define 11 stages where you can check everything of a study abroad agency, from how many colleges you are targeting to add. You might not be targeting to add colleges if you are working with a B2B partner. How many courses you are updated. This is mostly if you want to, start building your own college network. Then how much inquiries you have generated from Facebook messages, TikToks, and all kinds of inquiries or office visits, and how many of them gave you the informations to convert them into a lead. Then how many of them got converted into a clients, how many study options were generated, how many transactions have been opened up, how many offer letters were issued, how many COEs were issued, how many visas were lost, and how many visas were granted. So in a one quick snapshot, you can see what is happening. Now about these colors with red and green, and there's no amber here, but it could be amber. It all depends on your targets. Depending on what is your KPI target, if you have met the KPI target, it's going to be green. If you have not met the KPI target, it's going to be red. If you have met at least half of the KPI target, then it is going to be amber or orange. So here there was target was 0, I had 1, so it's green. Here target was 5, I have 0, and hence it is red. So this helps you set up those targets, and at the same time also then you can definitely monitor and stay on top of it. Similarly, if you have a lot of companies, you can also put this global stages overview, and you can put it on a TV. So this is for TV or a screen, and you can leave it so it automatically pulls all of these informations. It automatically refreshes every 25 to 30 seconds and goes to the next entity. It pulls an aggregated format for all the entities. So this is a primary dashboard which we and many agencies would put it out in a TV, and they're constantly monitoring what is going on all around the world with their operations. You can also see measure events already broadcasted over here as a news item as well. There are two more analytics reports, like the key stage analysis. So you can also see this analytics in terms of what is happening when, and you can go ahead and drill them deeper into, okay, so how many COEs by days, and these are very critical numbers for all the study abroad agencies, and you can get reporting on them as well. So no manual reports are needed. All these informations are added in the systems when operations are happening, and you can pull it over here in the real time. You can also similarly check the visa grant rates, etc. Now we are only providing the Australian grant rates, but in the future we are also wanting to, we compile these informations and we provide it in the report sections for uses by a lot of our agencies. So we are starting with an Australian, but then we will try to get other informations as they become available, and we will be providing those sources as well. There will be more work that will be done in reports. Again, I will repeat that we will love to hear what kind of reports you want to see, and please raise an IT feedback, and then we will work on those reports in the future and release it. I'll see you in the next video.